What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the NCAA Football 06 Montana State Dynasty. Taking a look at the top 25, you got Ohio State, Oklahoma, USC, Southern Carolina, Florida State, Texas A&M. Then you got Texas, Virginia Tech, Cal, and Auburn to round up the top 10. Then you got Colorado, Miami, Penn State, Minnesota, Tennessee, NC State, Iowa, Georgia, Arizona, and then UCLA. Purdue, Michigan, Stanford, Georgia Tech, and then rounding out the top 25 here, you got Wisconsin. Adrian Peterson is currently the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. He has over 1,100 rushing yards and 14 rushing touchdowns this year. Behind him is Davis from Cincinnati, a wide receiver with 16 receiving touchdowns. Then you got a running back from Ohio State. Then Victor Daugherty from South Carolina there. And then finally Michael Hunter, a running back from Georgia. Looking at the Big Sky Conference, Idaho leads our conference here at 5-2. Then you got NAU at 4-3. Then you got us, the Bobcats, at 4-4, as well are the Sacramento State Hornets. Then you got Montana, Weber State, Portland State, Eastern Washington, and then Idaho State. Just 4 games left to go this year. Troy Andersen has 11 passing touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Matt Ransom, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Andersen just shy of 800 rushing yards, and he has 7 rushing touchdowns. Afonso, 446 and 5 rushing touchdowns. And the ground game is not going as well as it did last year, but still pretty solid. Munoz is our leading receiver, but you also have Eric Dotson there with 17 receptions, over 300 yards for him. Our offensive line has not been that bad at all this season. Russell leads us in TFLs with 11. Arthur O'Connor has 10. O'Connor is also tied in sacks with Rivera with 4. Russell's got 3. And you got a couple guys there with 1. And then Damian Washington leads us in interceptions. Cobb, Gibson, O'Brien, and Alford all have 1 as well. And then our kicking has actually been the best it has all series long here. We are 4 of 6 on field goals. Today we're going to be taking on the Eastern Washington Eagles. They are led by freshman quarterback Justin Bly. He has not been too bad for them this season. Coleman is their leading rusher. He has over 500 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. Quinn is their leading receiver with 50 receptions, 700 yards, and 5 touchdowns. They also have an impact receiver here with Smith, who has 300 yards and a touchdown. Their offensive line, definitely not as good as ours. They also have an injured lineman who's going to be missing today's game. Mike Brown, a defensive tackle for them, has 7 sacks and 16 TFLs. And then Sanders leads them in picks. So that's going to take us to this game. We are looking to go above 500 as we're sitting at 4-4. They're looking to get just their second win of the season. So hopefully we can rise in the rankings for the Big Sky Conference. They're going to start off taking a shot here to Quinn, their leading receiver. And that's exactly how you want to start off this game if you're Eastern Washington. Taking a deep shot and then getting out to the 32. Now they're going to go play fake, and that's how the Bobcats want to respond to that. Russell getting the sack. Second down and long. Bly's looking to pass. Taking a shot to the end zone here, but he overthrew Smith. Third down and 17 now for the Eagles. Bly firing a strike over the middle, and he connects with his man. That's going to pick up the first down there. They convert the third down and long. Bly thrown across his body there, and he's going to pick up a gain of 6. Toss play for Coleman, but John O'Brien eats him up alive in the backfield. Third down and 9. Bly's looking to throw, but he's going to be sacked. We sent the cornerback blitz. Tyree Gibson getting on there and making that play. That's going to force them to settle for this 38-yard field goal, which is up and good. Eastern Washington is now on the board. First down and 10 for Montana State. We're going to start off handing it off to Afonso, and he's going to pick up a first down on that carry. We're going to give it to him yet again, taking it to the right side yet again. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on that run. Once again, we hand it off to Afonso, and once again, he picks up a good chunks of yards there. And that's going to get us into Eagles territory. Actually, that's not Afonso there. That's Ralph on the carry, but he gets taken down in the backfield for a loss of 1. Andersen running to his right. It's his turn to run the football. Picks up the first down and more. Gets us across the 30. Here goes Afonso. Another handoff for him, but he gets taken down in the backfield by Witherspoon. Second down and long. Andersen fires a strike to the left there. Jake Munoz brings it in. That's going to set up third down and 1. Afonso gets the handoff, but he's not going to pick up the first down. A good TFL there for Eastern Washington. And that's going to force Montana State to have to settle for a field goal. So here's Harry Williams from 41 yards out. His kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. We're tied at 3 apiece. Coleman gets the handoff. He's taking this one to the left side. Gets away from the first defender. Gets away from the second one across the 40-yard line. A big run there for the Eastern Washington running back. He got away from one man. Got away from two men there. And we couldn't even push him out of bounds there. Our defense has definitely been struggling to tackle a lot, it seems, this season. Second down and 10 now after that incomplete pass. Justin Bly's going to take off and run and pick up about 9 yards there. Third down and short as we enter the second quarter. John O'Brien gets to Coleman in the backfield. A great stop there from the young defensive lineman. Fourth down and 5, and Eastern Washington feels like going for it, and they're going to get it. Quinn with the reception, spinning away from defenders, and he's going to do much more than convert the fourth down. He's going to take it the distance for a 31-yard touchdown. My goodness, can we please tackle? So now the Bobcats find themselves down once again. Afonso gets the carry to the right side, but he's not going to go very far there. On second down, Andersen's going to run this one to the left side there. He's going to get brought down just shy of the first down marker. So on third down and short, we give it to Afonso, and he's going to pick up just enough to move the chains. Andersen's going to pitch this one out to Afonso, and he's going to pick up enough to pick up another first down. Ransom is now in the game at quarterback. Andersen lines up at tight end. We saw this a lot last week. Ransom's looking to throw, and Afonso makes a diving reception there. A big-time play for MSU. Ransom actually had a lot of receivers open, and he made the receiver make the toughest play he had to do there. He could have made that a little easier there for Afonso. Ransom's going to take off and run now, picking up the first down before he steps out of bounds. He's got pretty solid speed himself. Ransom still in the game at quarterback. Andersen still at the game at wide receiver. And there he's got another receiving touchdown. He had one last week. Tack on another one. He is just such a great athlete. And we are tied up at 10 apiece. Bly fires a strike over the middle, but he throws it right to Tyree Gibson, who basically ran the route for that wide receiver there. And Montana State's got the football in Eastern Washington territory. Not a good way to start off that drive as Afonso loses 7 yards on that run. Andersen fires a strike over the middle. Dotson brings this one in, and that's going to convert the second down and long. Just outside of the red zone, Afonso gets us into the red zone now. It's going to be first down and goal from the 6. Here goes Afonso, another carry for him, and a Bobcat touchdown there. And we're going to take the 7-point lead after that 6-yard rushing touchdown. Eastern Washington is looking to respond now as they find themselves down for the first time today. That pass gets tipped and falls incomplete. Bly's looking to pass, going to the right there, more so over the middle, I guess, to Coleman. That's going to move the sticks. Bly trying to put together a 2-minute drill. Coleman, another reception for him, breaking off of 2 tackles, getting out to the 41-yard line where they call a timeout. Play fake, Bly moving to his left, trying to go to Quinn, but that pass is going to be tipped and fall incomplete. Bly's rolling to his right. He's going to take off and run, picking up the first down there and moving the sticks. Eastern Washington burns another timeout. Play action, Bly taking a shot to the end zone there, and Alford almost had the interception. On second down, Bly's looking to throw again, going to the left yet again. The pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. They're going to call pass interference on Damian Washington. So an automatic first down after that play. Bly's going to dump this off to Coleman, who's going to get brought down there. No gain on the play. Coleman's going to get the handoff to the left side, just a single yard on that carry. Third down and 9. They give it to Coleman, but he's not going anywhere. Arthur O'Connor on the stop. A nice big hit from him forces them to settle for another field goal. This one is from 33 yards out. It is up. It is good. And that's going to make this just a 4-point game at the half. So now they're going to kick this one off. It looks like Seth Cobb is going to be returning this one from about the 6-yard line. Gets some solid block, and it gets across the 30-yard line, across the 35. A good return from the second-year corner. Here goes Afonso taking this one to the left side now. Gets across midfield, fighting for whatever he can get. He finally does get rustled down, though. A good way to start off the second half. Andersen fires a strike there for Munoz, but it gets broken up. Andersen is in the zone, moving to the right. Is he going to try to throw? He's going to try to run. He'll fall forward and pick up about 4 yards. Troy Andersen fires a strike over the middle, but the receivers ran into each other, and that screwed up that play. 4th down and 6, and the Bobcats are going for it. Andersen stiff arms a defensive lineman there, makes a move to get away from the corner, and he is barely able to convert the 4th down, but nonetheless does. Andersen now connects with Eric Dotson. That's going to pick up 9 yards. We're going to give it to Afonso. He's now in the zone. He gets some solid blocking up the gut, and that's going to move the chains. Once again, we give it to Afonso. Get in the corner here, and he picks up a gain of about 6 or 7 on that run. Troy Andersen's moving to his left. He's looking to throw. Does he have anyone open? Kinda does. Eric Dotson with the touchdown reception. Andersen, channeling his inner Michael Vick. He's done this multiple times throughout this series here. He's moving to his left. Throws across his body there for his man. And that's going to extend this Bobcat lead. So now MSU is going to be kicking this one off. Looks like they're going to return it from just inside of the end zone. Smith taking this one to the left side. He gets a good return there across the 35. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Bly's going to take off and run right up the middle. A good run there for the young quarterback. Gets them into Bobcat territory. 1st down and 10. Coleman gets the handoff right up the gut. Another good run here for the Eagles. Justin Bly looking to pass here, going to the right side. He connects with Coleman, who breaks off of the first tackle before stepping out of bounds. Here goes Coleman again on the carry. That's going to pick up about 8 yards there. 2nd down, they go play fake. Bly looking to throw, but he runs out of time. Damian Washington on the cornerback blitz. 3rd down and 5. Bly going to the end zone, but that pass is going to be knocked away and fall incomplete. They're going to settle for another field goal. The kick is up and good. It's just an 8-point game now. Here goes Afonso. He's going to take this one to the left, but not going very far there. Once again, we give it to Afonso. Taking this one to the right side across the 30, across the 40-yard line. Steps out of bounds at midfield. Andersen moving to his left. He's going to just do it himself, taking off and running. Running over a defender there gets us into the red zone. Afonso with the handoff now, running right up the gut, and that's going to pick up a gain of 5. Andersen moving to his right, throwing off his back foot there for Jake Munoz. He has him in the end zone for the Bobcat touchdown, extending this lead even more. A 14-yard touchdown pass. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, Eastern Washington trying to stay in this game. That pass is going to be broken up by Russell. Justin Bly trying to throw to his impact receiver there, but the impact cornerback, Mr. Washington, made the play. Bly taking a deep shot here, and Quinn's going to bring this one down. He breaks off of a tackle, finally gets brought down inside of the 5, and Justin Bly took a big hit on that play there. So in comes backup quarterback Brad Ryan. He was the starter for them last season. He's going to hand it off to Coleman, but this defense was ready. He wasn't going anywhere. We get an update on Justin Bly. It's not too big of an injury, but big enough to where he's not going to be able to come back into today's game. There goes Coleman on the handoff. He has an Eastern Washington touchdown, and they're going to go for 2 to make this a 1-score game. Here goes Coleman on the handoff. He's going to be just shy of the end zone, though, and that's going to make this a 9-point game. They were really trying to make it just a 7-point game, but were unable to do so. So kicking off once again to Seth Cobb. He already has one solid return today. Taking this one to the left across the 40-yard line. Past midfield, pushed out of bounds there. A good return getting out to the 42. Afonso is going to get the handoff running to the right side. Some good blocking here. Down the right sideline. Makes a move inside. Touchdown, Bobcats. Just a one-play drive there. Eastern Washington, just when they thought they were getting right back into this game, the Bobcats put the nail in the coffin there with Afonso with that big-time run. I mean, Eastern Washington isn't quite out of this game yet. They're going to give it to Coleman. He'll pick up some solid yardage there. Ryan's looking to pass. He's got time in the pocket. Moving to his right. He's going to finally just decide to take off with it, and he's going to move the chains. Ryan's looking to pass under pressure. He's able to dump it off to Coleman. That's going to pick up 3 yards. On second down, they go play fake. Ryan moving around in the pocket, and his time is going to run out. Takes a nasty hit on that sack there. I believe that was mixing the defensive tackle with the big hit. That's going to lead to 3rd down and 11. Ryan's looking to throw. Coleman has this reception there, and that's going to pick up about 7 yards, but it is going to lead to 4th down and 3. Eastern's got to go for it. Ryan looking to throw. He's going to go down. He loses the football. Eastern Washington does recover, but that's not going to matter. A big hit put on the quarterback. The ball goes flying, and the Bobcats get the football and a turnover on downs. We try to run it there, but Afonso loses a yard. We give it to him again, just trying to run this clock down. He picks up 2. Here goes Afonso running to the right side, and that's going to move the chains. Eastern Washington burns their second timeout. Over 160 yards rushing for Isaiah so far today. He's going to get the carry once again, going up the gut. A good run there for him. Once again, we give it to Isaiah, but not going very far there. So we give it to him yet again, and yet again they get the stop. So we're going to attempt his field goal with Harry Williams. His kick is up. It is no good, but it shouldn't have too much effect on the game. We're going to pick up here 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Ryan looking to throw, getting away from the pressure. I click on Damian Washington when I meant to click on one of those defensive linemen to get some pressure. I clicked at the exact wrong moment, though. I screw up Damian Washington, and he gives up a big-time 78-yard touchdown reception. They go for 2 yet again, but Ryan's going to go down immediately on that play. John O'Brien, I believe that was, who made that play there. So here goes Afonso after the failed onside attempt. I believe they tried an onside attempt. We give it to Afonso. He picks up some solid yardage running to the left, plus a face mask to add on to that. We give it to him again, just trying to run some clock down, but why not run up the score a little bit? 18 yards for Isaiah Afonso, having one of his best games of the years. The Bobcats win 45-28 over the Eastern Washington Eagles. We finally got ourselves a winning record again, trying to take control of the Big Sky Conference. Just 3 games after this for us. We got Sacramento State, we got Portland State, I believe that, yeah, Portland State, and then we also got, obviously, the Brawl of the Wild coming up. Matt Ransom, when he played quarterback, was 2 for 2 for 37 yards and a touchdown. And then Andersen had 69 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Both of them pretty good games. Almost 200 yards for Isaiah Afonso, as well as 3 rushing touchdowns, over 70 yards for Andersen. Eric Dotson had 3 receptions, 2 for Munoz, 1 for Afonso, and then 1 for Andersen, which went for a touchdown. JoJo Henderson led us in tackles. John O'Brien had 2 TFLs, and then we got a bunch of sacks there. Mixon, Rivera, Washington, Gibson, and Russell. And then we also got an interception with Tyree Gibson. And now after this game, we have another commit, Kevin Green. The guard is going to be coming to Montana State, so that's huge to help out our offensive line. Looking at some other games in the Big Sky Conference, Portland State beat Idaho State, 2 pretty bad teams there. You had Sacramento State beating Weber State. Tucker Rovig there, one of our former quarterbacks, 5 passing touchdowns for him on that game. NAU beats Montana. They're probably the hottest team in the Big Sky Conference right now. They were really bad to start off, and now they're good. And after that game, Isaiah Afonso got himself Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. This has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.